Welcome back. We'll wait for the adverts to roll for those of you that don't yet have YouTube Premium or aren't a member. Are members affected by adverts? You know, that's not something that's ever crossed my mind. If members are affected, I don't think they are. I think members still see adverts. So far, everyone has watched One Piece that has voted. Make sure if you have watched One Piece to make your vote count. If you haven't, quickly watch it. And if you can somehow watch all 16 episodes of the live action one by the time the stream is up, I would be very impressed. They're about an hour each, so it's 16 hours. In about 3 hours these streams tend to be, depending on how quick we get building with the Going Merry. Super excited for today's. Can't wait to build. Not the Going Merry set, but I thought of a really fun challenge. So we might get into that in a second. But before we get into it, we're a few minutes early. There's a few new Lego things announced, a few new sets, a few new collaborations. Let's talk quickly about those. One of them is revisiting, and there will be a video on it, so I don't want to talk too much. It's revisiting something that we spoke about a while ago, and that is not Smart Play. Get me out of here. It's actually Crocs. Lego have collabed with Crocs yet again. It's kind of an ongoing collab. This isn't their first rodeo. Lego have had Crocs out before, and they look a lot more like this. This is like the old Lego Croc that came out over 10 years ago. And that's more like it. Still pretty expensive. We're looking at M&M values here. Do I think that Lego clothes should be the same value as M&M? No, not at all. Not at all. The flowers are nice on this one though. Ooh, do we get a close-up of just them? No, only on top. These are little gibbets on the front. Look at that. It's like a... I don't know what flower that is. The black flower. Butterflies on the edges. What flower? A jelly? Jelly on the one over here. Just the odd little plant. That one's definitely molded into it. That is a shame to see a lot of these are just molded elements. They haven't stuck Lego on there, because that would have been the best thing to do. But these look pretty decent. Not for the price. I'll try and get the largest size of kids. Well, oh, didn't have to close that one down now, did I? What is the largest kid size, and will they fit? More importantly, these look, Lego site's been crashing this past couple of days. Trying to get videos out is like impossible. It cannot be done. We'll give it its time. Is there a kids? Is there? No, these are just the adult sizes. There was a kid size, wasn't there? I'm not imagining things, right? Or am I? Maybe we are. Maybe I dreamt up the whole kids Crocs. The Lego site needs work. Hello there. What is up with a Lego site? Come on, you got this. Come on, you got this. Nothing like a bit of weekend motivation to get through it. There were kids Crocs. They might have removed them. Yeah, there we go. £60 though. Still like double the price of just a regular Croc, which you're paying for the Lego branding. But Crocs are probably only getting like 30 quid from this. Lego are charging too much. Way too much. No surprise there. What is... Wait, 11 to 6. I don't know how kid sizes works. It's been a while since it's been way too long since I wore kids shoes. What is a kid's size? What was it? 11, 12? Kid size 13. Adult sizes. They're not going to fit me because I'm almost a 13 adult size. So almost 12. 12. I'm a 13 minus 1. The 13 is... Oh, kid size 13 is below an adult's 1. That's an adult size 1. With a transition typically occurring between 8 and 12. Thanks, Google. Fair enough. Yeah, 8 and 12, I was probably a bit bigger shoe than that. That's to a size 6 adults. If you're a size 6 or smaller, thanks. Didn't want to say it, but if you're a size 6 or smaller, morning, Great Snow Blizzard, then you're a kid's Croc wearer. And then does the adult one start at 7? If this shows 6 or anything smaller, that's a rip-off. What? What is it? What is an adult size versus a men's size? And this is UK. Oh, there's not too much a difference. All right. So kids' sizes go up to an adult 6, which I would assume is what is it like? What is a adult size 6 in men's is a 6. Okay. An adult size 6 in women's is typically a 39. We're talking UK. Did I have to put UK size? I am in the UK, so I assumed it would guess that. Maybe not. What is a size, what did I say, 39? Size 39 is a 5 men's. Oh, so it's a women's 6. So, wait, a size, yeah, that adds up. Does it? I don't know. I've confused myself now. Hello there, Mark. Just got back from Manchester and you got a Lego set. Which one? Which Lego set? I assume it ain't these Crocs. They're not out yet. I didn't realize how many Lego sets aren't coming out like April. Some of these are for later on in the year. Ooh, might have to go to a Lego store in April just to see these two. Also, I'm trying to follow up on the freebies available in the UK. I might have to reach out to someone because they don't make it known too well. Postcard April 1st. Can't remember the date for the Crocs because they're just coming soon at the minute, which is, who knows? Crocs probably have a date for them. Go check that out. And then we have Luigi's April 1st. All right, June 1st for Snoopy's house. We got the Tintin Rocket, April 1st as well, of course. The F1 sets are June, no, May 1st. June is the Gum Gum Fruit though. Nope, that's 1st of August. What was the June one? There's one of these that is coming out June. No, can't be Ninjago. Well, it can't be Duplo either. I don't think I've looked too well into the Duplo one. Is Ninjago coming out in June? That got announced ages ago. June feels like a year away almost. They might as well announce the advent calendars. They're coming out September. June, April, May, June. It's half of the way there. But that's gonna get hidden underneath all the new Ninjago sets coming out June, all the Star Wars sets. Great set though. Whether we needed it or not, it is a great set. Surprised it's only a 14 plus and they haven't tried to market this one for adults. I guess 14 plus is older than some of the other sets. But they could have added a little track to that and given it an 18 plus tag. Anyway, what we'll be doing, don't know how to spell the name, so the set is 77037. And that set is... Oh, the Horizon set. I'm still yet to play this game. My partner's been playing it with her dad. And they like it a little bit. Not the set, the actual video game. But I think the set has met a better reception than the video game. The Marok in the back there. You've got the Crab Droid at the front, the Shell Walker and Sawtooth. These would fit into a Star Wars display. You'd have to get rid of some of their colour. But I'm tempted to build these in like a grey separatist colour and then maybe like a dark tan for a Marok. The dogs of the Tusken Raiders, the Sand People dogs. Never played it. Touche. Horizon also had the Tallneck. That was a good set. So some great sets coming out of that. I wouldn't mind seeing another one. Don't know what else they've got to offer though. And I don't know who these characters are. What sort of cape is that? It's like a Mando cape, but it's got a rounded off bottom. Maybe the instructions would give us a little look. Nice bow as well. With that's got flame elements on. And a second ago, it had, well, not flame elements. We can have a little look on Brickout. Yeah, look, it's got feathers on it. And then it's got flames, different feathers, and you can also put different canisters on the sword. Huh, that's pretty neat. Shame we don't have an arrow that can actually fire though. Let's get this one up on Brickout. Take a look at that cape element as well. Have you built the set yet? Or are you did you save it for this stream? If you just got back from Manchester, crack it open, have a little look. Val and Alloy. Quite interesting. Huh. Hopefully the TMT brickheads means we get more TMNT and Avatar The Last Airbender sets. Avatar The Last Airbender would be great to see. I don't remember any of those sets. Darkstone grey narrow cape with corner cut out. So it must be one of the thinner materials that just flops over the side. Has this been used for anything else? No, just the one set. Not a bad price on it, given how much these are usually sold for. That's quite a nice element. And then the, oh yeah, the bow. That's exclusive. I can tell you right now, that's always going to be exclusive. Such an extra Lego element. They're not making any more of that. But what I do want to get up is the parts list for the Going Merry, because if we're not building the set today, I do want to build a smaller version of it. And how cool would it be if we could part out a smaller version of the Going Merry using the parts from the Going Merry, making a microfighter of the ship. One day I hope to pick this up, but I don't have it in my collection yet. And we can also, I might put together a Chopper and Vivi figure so that I can add it to the ship afterwards. I don't know where One Piece is going. I'm tempted. We've just finished it. We just watched season 2. Absolutely amazing. What a show. I'm excited for season 3, which I think is definitely on the way. But I wonder how long the Going Merry survives. I don't see it's living out the entire length of the show. I also don't think that the live action's heading in the exact same direction as the animated, though there are a lot of ties on it. Oh wow. 1, 2, 3. Wait, is Bug alternate group? Oh, so this comes with one of them or two of them, and then you've got, because that would be in the Barity, this one, that would be in the, was there a set for the scene where they take down Arlong? And then a few of these hidden, maybe Gold Roger and D. Luffy is in this set. Or maybe it's random. Did they have a little random Harry Potter card game in here? Yeah, this is the one. Battle at Arlong Park. That's the one that I'd have assumed it would have come in. But that's got a question mark on it. Could you have collected all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them? But there's no sets you'd want to pick up more than one of. That's interesting. Maybe one of each sets, but there's only 5 so far. Well, 5 so far, and then we do have the new Gum Gum through. I don't know what else. I think for Avatar Way of the Water they released a shooting bow. We'll have a look at that in just a second. I don't think they're going to release another card in here. Not by the looks. There's nothing on the interior. I think they've forgotten about it. I think Lego forgot about their One Piece Wanted poster collection going on. That's a shame. They let that one slip. But what we're going to do today, I want to take the parts from the Going Merry and build a microfighter. Shelf space, oh, crossbow. Shelf space isn't something we have a lot of. Oh, here it is. Any close-ups? Come on, give us a close-up. Show us kind of how it works. A new firing mechanism. I need this element. Yes, please. Shelf space is something that's quite expensive. So I want to take big set, make it smaller. Something I wanted to do with a Marauder and never did it. Never got around to making it. Medium dark flesh. Oh yeah, we don't mind about the color. Any other colors? Ooh, dark turquoise. In what? Oh, in Dreams! And this is the Dreams series that came out that we saw. An archery practice. Oh, that's got to be a cheap set. 42622. What are we saying? 4622. Yeah, 799, 1194, 909 on Lego, but it is sold out at the minute on Lego. A third off, £9. No, might have to get that to try out the new bow and arrow. Nice little treat. A raccoon as well. Wow. And the prosthetic. Hold on. This is like everything in one set. Really spoilt us with that one. All right, I'm going to have to try that one out. Do they have the motorcycle in stock? 479. 1259. Retired though, because it was the last season of Dreams. Waiting for the next one to come out. Okay. Valued at 16. That's not bad. I thought it was the bigger number. That's the maximum price. Wow. Anything else cool in there? The Raven's quite cool. Other than that, a few new elements in Dreams for that season. Yeah, I might have to pick up the Friends set. What a set that is. Or the double one, because that's got some glow-in-the-dark stars, and I think that has a projector in it, if I'm right in saying. But you got the same minifigure, different costumes, but the same figure. Anyway, I assume the bow comes in the 3 of them. What colour is the Friends? Oh, yellow. Yellow and turquoise. Pretty nice colours. So today I'm going to be working down this list, trying to remember what parts I use, and hopefully not ending up with too many pieces. If this does look really cool, I might make instructions for it, because it would be nice to break it down. And with bigger sets, I'm looking at the Slave one. This is what inspired everything. The Slave one we were speaking about the other day, and we said about building the Microfighter instead. I think I was going to go with the playset Scout actually. We'll have this stream on as you're building. There's 6 bags. Oh, have fun. 3 for each. No, because there's a few side builds. So there are a few other ship models. Ooh. What, of the Going Merry? Or was that something I said about a minute ago? I'll try and be keeping up with chat best I can. A load of good parts in here though. Look at that katana that goes around the neck. Don't think we'll see that piece used again. Would be nice to. But yeah, I do want to pick up the Going Merry at some point. For the figs, for the ship, it looks cool. And if we can work out a way to make a miniature Going Merry, that would be a lot nicer to display. Though, there's saving space on display. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got to get 5 figures, Chopper, VV, and possibly other members that pop up. Maybe I add these to a figure display and have the ship with the other ships. We will see. Orange bushes at the back. That's nice. Or the nectarine bushes. I can't remember what they are now. But as for where I'm going to start, I guess we start at the bottom of the ship. Trying to use the Lego image here to make it look like it does on the actual ship. But yep, stream all good. Nice. Other than that, I have no idea where we're going to start. Probably with a wedge. What sort of plates do we have? We'll sort by colour, so we're not fussed with price. If you've got the set, you should have all of them. Yippee! So we'll start with with reddish brown, then grey. Probably 2 reddish brown, 1 grey, 2 reddish brown. A nice smart brick high base. And then we can work the side, get some tiles, get some sides. And for the front, if we can't make it work, I've got 1 element that could save the day. Sails, I'll probably print those out, try and get them as small as possible. That would be quite fun to do actually. And then, yeah, the rest of the ship, it's looking like it'll be straightforward. Nice space here to get a figure in. Or we could even, a Going Merry pirate ship costume, like the CMF boat. The blue one, they were giving the red ones out on the Builder Minis. Oh yes, get a minifigure between there. Monkey D. Luffy, just in the Going Merry. That's a great idea. Maybe we can just add these figures to a display out the side when I pick them up. How much are the figures? That's something that I should probably have a little look. Wait, £1.60 something. Oh, in 3 sets, so people are getting duplicates. Shame that it's not side of the leg printed. Better yet, dual molded. Dual mold the legs and then print on the sandals. Because they are just, well, they're boots in the show, but they're like sandal boots. So the fact that we've got dual molded legs, we got new hair, that was cool. Probably a new face based on the name in the title. But in 3 sets, you'd think it's the same for Monkey as well, but no, exclusive to this. Why is that? Why is that? Because of the arms and because of the hat on the back. I like that. I'm actually more of a fan of the hat on the back, I think, than the hat on top, because they're separate hair pieces. That's quite cool. Oh, is this cheaper as well? Oh, it is. Probably not in the UK. Not bad though, £5. I might have to grab the figures from this. That's just a black suit. And Zorro. I might have to grab the figures. Is Usopp using another set? In the Barati? I didn't realise they were so cheap. Maybe we don't pick up the set. Maybe this is our saving grace. Let's continue with the build. I'm surprised. And then we can see if it looks good. If it doesn't, we'll pick up the set anyway. Let's see what reddish brown elements we've got to work with. And this is the same process, just to give you a little heads up. This is the exact same process of what I did for the Anzelin speeder. I got the parts up, started looking. We'd already built the Anzelin speeder, I'll admit, so I knew going into that what I'd expect and what pieces I was looking for. That was more of a fact of, do we have a 1x4? Okay, do we have corner plates? And lucky for me, we had pretty much every single piece I could have wanted for that. Hello there, Moon Shoes. You're not late. You arrived perfectly when you mean to, and perfect timing with your starting the build. So you haven't missed anything. Oh, you could have stayed you know, could have waited a bit and missed out on me finding out that we don't have any of these dark brown or reddish brown pieces. But I have some good faith. These will be put together anyway. How long do we want to make the model? If we're doing probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 plates. That seems to be angled up, and that's a brick. Then we should do 2 bricks for every 5 bricks long. I don't want to work that out. You don't have to do it. You don't have to measure it and count. As long as they've got the length of the ship, 39 centimeters. So 39 divided by 0.8, that's about 48 bricks. This thing is a base plate long. Wow. Full base plate long. We'll go with 48. It's an easier number to work with. Oh yeah, happy Pi Day. Happy Pi Day, everyone. The 3rd of the 14th. How do Americans say the date? How do people in the States? Because is it still the 14th of the 3rd? You just write it the other way around? Because in the UK, 14th of March, 143. But 314, is it the March of the 14th? Or is it just written the other way around? What? Pi Day is the 3rd of March, because pi is 3.1415. Oh, is it 1 or 29? Oh, what is pi? It's a number in maths. 1592, not 29. 65359. So close. And yeah, the 14th of March every single year is known as Pi Day. Happy Pi Day. Pie day. Anyone having pie today? Add the E on the end. 48 divided by 5 and then times it by 2. Not sure I like this one. 9.6. Instead of timesing it by 2, what if we times it by 1.5? 14 studs long. That still feels too long, but it would sit all the minifigures. What if we just go with 9 studs? We'll work it out as we get there. We want it to look good. For it to be 4 studs wide, we can work this out. If it's 20 centimeters wide, and we want it to be, well, maybe 6 studs. Maybe 6 studs wide. A little bit of math just to get it working. We want a little bit of ugly math to get it working. Then divide our 48 studs by that number, and we're going to want it about 11.5 studs long. 6 studs wide, 11.5 studs long. We can work with that. Probably get a few more of these slopes to go with it. Can I tell you what Pi Day is all about? Pi Day, the 14th of March every year, Pi Day for the maths number. I don't really know. I just know it as Pi Day. I think it's a cause for celebration, just like any other day. No one gets it off. You still have to work through it, but you get to eat pie and you celebrate pie. Pi, the math value. Why Pi Day though? Why do we celebrate Pi Day? Honor the mathematical constant. All hail pi. Ah. Also the birthday of Albert Einstein. No. Ha! That lines up perfectly. That's pretty cool. I'll leave that there if you want to read through it. It is 31415 so on, so forth. There are an infinite, potentially infinite number of digits in pi. I don't know how many have been found so far. They keep finding them all the time because pi is a construct, as always. It's a constant. But pi is how many radiuses in a circle fit around the circumference. And that's why they can keep getting more accurate and more accurate. But yeah, it is the American date that it works with. It's the one day a year that I'd use the American date as opposed to the typical standard for the UK. Write it down that way. We need a lot more of these reddish brown slopes, don't we? Oh, we have more wedges. Okay. So we can shape up the ship rather nicely. And snot bricks are going to be our friend. What I should do so that we've got all the slopes together is not sort by colour. Sort by part. Or sort by part name. That way, similar pieces. Is there a part number? There's a quantity. I think name's the easiest way to sort by. And that way, all the similar parts, where are they? Slopes, come on. All the similar parts should be grouped together. Maybe the wedges as well. Here's the slopes. Oh, they split up the big ones. Dark bluish grey. So we can use some of those. Rounded slopes are probably better for the front of the ship. And then wedge plates are right down at the bottom. Could they be any further down? No. Not a lot of those in grey. Is it just straight tiles? In America, they call it Homer Simpson Day. There is a donut day. I think donut day is back in February actually as well. Shame that doesn't line up. So the grey doesn't go the whole way around. Nice slope there. I think that's flipped. We do have this. This is going to be the hardest part to build out. It would be better if we took one of those full-on bases. Let's see what we got. We got dark brown. plate wise, the bottom is the only thing that comes out, and then we've got a flat side until the end. So if we use those, not Pi Day, if we use those 2x2s to shape off the back, we don't have the same thing in grey, but we can get away without doing it in grey, because grey is only going to go up the main length of the ship, and then at the back we'll just round it off. And that would still give it a little bit of shape. Maybe use some sharper angles underneath. And for that we'd need these in brown. Ooh. Personally, you like Pancake Day. Oh, Pancake Day is a day to remember every year. Sometimes you might forget about Pi Day. You'll be like, oh, it was Pi Day the other day. Pancake Day, don't forget that. Personally, like April 20th. I know we've got a few April birthdays in chat. Are we going to start dropping birthdays as our favourite days? Birthdays, anniversaries. Aside from birthdays, anniversaries, and May 4th. Yeah, May 4th is a holiday. Besides May 4th and birthdays, what is everyone's favourite, like, I want to say normal day? There's not a birthday, there's not a national holiday, international holiday. It could be because the number's satisfying. It could be because, you know, a certain Lego set's coming out on a certain day. I think that would qualify. What's everyone's favourite? It's not a regular day. It's not an anniversary. My favourite non-anniversary day, I kind of want to go with May 1st because Lego Star Wars. I feel like that's a cheat. I couldn't say May 4th. April 20th is 420. I see. So it's that number combination. That's what I'm looking for. Not 420, but that sort of favourite day trivia. I might have a 2x3 actually that would work. One of these. Hey! Yeah, that works for the shape of the boat. And we wanted it like 11 studs long. Something crazy like that. It'd probably have to be May. Have to, with Star Wars coming out. And then, oh, I don't know if we've got any of those. In brown? No. Won't be using any of those. Tan, is that for the deck? Yeah, so we got a tan deck. That'll be the top one. We did say 6 studs wide. So if 6 studs is 12, 11 and a bit. If 6 studs is 12, 4 studs would be 8 studs wide. 1, 2, 3 in the middle here. That's enough for a minifigure. We can get the sail up the middle as well of that. And this would probably be the front of the ship. Let's make it as small as we can. We got that to start off with. We'll get some plates down for the middle. 2 by, what did I say, 3? So a 2 by 8. 2 by 8 in reddish brown is the piece. Come on. Come on, you got this. Regular 2 by 8 in reddish brown. Do I have one? Do I have one of those? Or have I wished for a piece that I can't use? No. Please. Yes. I got a fair amount. The real trick is, can we pop one of these off without breaking it? Or do we have one that's already popped off and is in one piece? Result. So this isn't what it looks like. This isn't a 2x4 and a 3x4. It's 2 2x2s and 2 2x3s. Let's get a plate to fill that up, just so we don't accidentally swap that out for something. And this plate is off the records. If you're mocking together a set, even if it is for an alt build, as long as you jot down what pieces you have swapped, you use any parts that you have. More common elements. I think we did it with the Venator. A few of the wedges that were hired in, we got away with swapping out for one of the Venator mocks that we built. Not for the official set. Still haven't got around to building that yet. And then What would be cool is if we had some blue, because then we could create it submerged. Oh, we could create a little scene for it. We've only got two 2x4 blue plates. I need to have 2 of these tabs going. 1 in colour and 1 in part. Because sometimes you need a specific colour. Like for the ocean, you need blue. Only 2 2x4s. No, we could use that as a base. And that would hold up. 2 2x4s, go on. We'll add them underneath. In the brightest blue, well, not the brightest, in the bluest blue we could find. To make it look like it's somewhat sailing the waves, sailing the seas. Now we've got that shape. We've got to keep it with the grey. It's going to be difficult. No one said this was going to be easy though. 2x3s. What colour we got? Grey? We got brackets. We had like frying pan studs. I must have passed the plates. I don't think we started at the bottom. Okay. We got plenty of 1x2s. That's lovely. 22 reddish brown. Oh, they're gonna save everything, aren't they? 22. This is what we're looking for. Some of these rounded off plates. That will work to get some of the angles in there. That's nice. What sort of angles can we get? I'll keep those out permanently if I can find them. Move them to the other drawer after and all. What sort of angles? Bit too wide at the back here, but perfect for somewhere like this. To come out just a tad. And we've only got 2 of them. So we need to use those very sparingly. 2 in any colour. That's 2. Only 2 elements. I'm going to go below. Oh, we've got some 1x3s. Hold up. 2 of those. Do I have any in grey? Oh, I bet the grey ones are used for the ATST. I got a few in white though. Handy for the sails. That'll stretch them out. Maybe even get some clips on there to hold the paper sails. And then 2x3s. Yeah, we got them. Reddish brown, sweet. We got some 2x4s as well. But we don't have many grey wedges. What did we have? 2x3s. Yeah, let's get those. None. Nothing in grey. We could thicken it out for a slope, or we could just have that grey stripe up the middle there. Let's get those 2x3s. No. There you are. We're not going to need any of these. Only needed that plate to secure the bottom, and then we added blue plates anyway. We had some smaller angles that didn't go out as far, or some brackets. If we had some brackets, that could work with some slopes. I remember seeing brackets up here. They would be too thick. We do need the smaller brackets, and we need brackets, not snot bricks, because they come out the full way. Maybe some brackets in some of those smaller slopes, but I don't think we've got too many colours of those. Not too many options, I don't think. Brown bricks, good for the back of the ship. It's not built up too much, maybe for the middle of the ship, where we've got that sail going up the middle. And also, those 1x3s are great for the sides. Oh, remember that. Yes, these bricks with the 1x3s. That will be our railing. How many do I have in white? And why are they all used? We might be able to hide these. How many do we have? 10. 10 of those. And the white 1x3s. I don't remember how many of these we had. But we had a few of those. Or was it a dark grey 1x3? Really, miny, mo. What if these were up on the side? Yeah, look, that's a decent railing. Not too shabby. That's for the top of the ship, though. Not there yet. Do we have a tan jumper? Go on, spoil us with a tan jumper. Where are we looking? Jumper, 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 jumper. I meant a 2x2 jumper. 2x2 jumper. Please and thank you. In tan. I should have specified. That's on me. Okay, we can use the regular tan jumpers. We could stack those. We've got 4 of those to go with. We could have 1 on the back, 1 on the front. And I don't think we can get all 3 of these on one side. So we got 4 of these and 2 of them in dark grey. Where did the other white ones go? Why have I used them? Why are they in a mock right now? What we do to one side, we can mimic to the other. So we've got our back railing. We don't have half of the side of the ship. We're really planning ahead here. But if we get a jumper in the middle, we can get... one by 4. Ooh, dearie, dearie. 1's not going to cut it. Not for this. We might have to think of something else anyway. For the middle, let's get those 2x3s on. So bottom of the ship. This is likely to be where we have the minifigure. Do we have 1x3s in dark bluish grey? Because then we can start to get a seat in there. A little gap in the middle. If not, we don't need to worry about that because we do. 1x3s in grey, lovely. So these will be risen up. How we're going to keep this shape is going to be really impressive because even I don't know that yet. If we have more of these in dark bluish grey, we can stack them. If we don't, then we could try and use those rounded plates like we were attempting earlier. We got one more of these, which is another left and right combined. And then how many more? So we don't need dark bluish grey. Not yet. Plates should suffice. One of you. So One Piece Season 2, if you aren't watching it, I would recommend, because what I like about One Piece is the same thing that I liked about I can't remember what show it was. They have flashbacks, but they're used so well. The flashbacks in One Piece explain more of the story, or they'll introduce a new character, Chopper for instance, and then they go down Chopper's story, why they're the certain way they are, why they're acting like they're doing certain things, that sort of thing. They explain the characters, and it reminds me of the Thrawn books. Not to go back to them. Since I bought them up, I don't think I've read any more of them, not in the last couple of days. But it reminds me of the way the Thrawn books work, with how the Thrawn will be knee deep in some sort of conflict, and then the Thrawn books will pipe up and go, this is because enter a little memories chapter as to why this character is this way, why this character thinks this of Thrawn, or something that's could just continue the conflict in the background. Build up to the end. And that's what One Piece did really well. Yeah, we do have more of these as long as we got more of the angles. I'm going to keep that one out as well. Especially the last 2 episodes. They tied it together well, but also I think the live action One Piece show is a few steps behind the animation. It always feels like the final episode will be in next season. It never feels like they fully wrap it up. It's like we got the big conflict, but then they just start setting out again. Massive cliffhanger. Oh, not in here, but I've still got some of that stat that I haven't broke down, which is where all my reddish brown elements went. Wedges, tiles, the lava. As for Season 3, have they confirmed Season 3? The live action Season 3. Not that one, that one. Yes, actually, couple days ago. I don't know if this is confirmed. The way they left season 2, it's essentially confirmed. Is yeah, it's essentially confirmed. It's not actually confirmed. I don't think officially they've come. Oh, hold on. I take that back. Netflix posted. Oh, wait. Netflix officially announced November 24th last year that season 3 had started filming after renewing it in August. Fair enough. It is official then. Wait, that news article was from 3 days ago. Essentially confirmed. Yeah, right. It is confirmed. In season 3, they'll be joined by returning cast members and no one new yet announced. Oh. Yeah, a lot of the new characters are series regulars. I think that when it came out, it announced a bunch of seasons. Oh, was that why? They'd already tied in for so... Yeah, that's fair enough. Really good show. Wow. They got it down for a few seasons. What are we on the animated one? The Mario movie one on your TV. Nice. Can't wait for the second one. That's going to be so fun. It's a him, Mario. Yeah, I think Chris Pratt should stick to it. I don't think I'm getting the job anytime soon. I watched I've seen a few videos actually when they go round announcing that it's out and showing off different things, and cast always seem to be having quite a bit of fun in those videos. Nice to see. Any other clips could be used as wedges? Potentially. They do have the potential. And for the front, we could also replace the bottom bit with slopes. They'll do 5 plates tall. Also got the rounded plates, corner plates. There's not a lot of wedges, given how the ship's sized. A lot of it must just, like, there's a big slopes, and then they've just built it on an angle, which is hard to do at this scale. Very hard to do, unless we just disconnect the thing completely and have these rounded off, but that doesn't actually sound like it's going to work too well. It will require a few tiles and a lot of complicated pieces, but it would look good. It would look good if it worked. It would also 1x3s would help. How many 1x3s in dark grey? 2. So we got 2 of them in light in 2 1x2s, and then 2 of these. Any 1x3 tiles? Plate. Tiles would be later, alphabetically. We do have 1x3 tiles. Do we have... So, I'm thinking if we can remove these wedges at the bottom and maybe add them higher up, we can use these rounded off slopes to create that shape. It'd be even better because it's smaller than it is on top. We have the tiles. We'd need some rounded tiles. That's not gonna be nice. No 1x2 rounded off brown tiles, no? Okay. No, we could still get it to work though. Yeah, we might be overcomplicating that. Maybe we save the grey. Although, with how the bottom's shaped out, what if these were on a jumper, on a sort of jumper build? Where did I put the hammer? Hammer! Just to clarify. Oh, Ace. Ace is the Blue Beetle Cobra guy. Yeah. Cobra Kai guy. That's the one. If I remove the 2x8 and we can get some plates and tiles in there, we might be cooking. And then this will be the top. That's the top of the boat. All these wedges. We've got the snot bricks with a railing as well. That one would look good. And then the nose would be on a bracket. I'm sure we've got some of them hanging around. I didn't find any of the other white 1x3s. Got a few of those in the Ninjago poly bag. White 1x3s. I was going through this tray earlier. And I had quite a few nice parts that I just haven't sorted out yet. But 1x3s don't sit. Oh! No! I did have 1x3. Oh, where did I put the U-Wing mech? That had a few 1x3s. That had 1x3s on the arms, and I think it used the 1x3s on the legs as well. So they should have been put away. I think I broke that one down. Yeah. And then I got the U-Wing at a later point. Built the mech, then I got the U-Wing. So is that still built? No, don't look it. So they might be in here. Make a mess. No. A lot of white 1x2s. Not a lot 1x3s. Well then. We'll have to move these to one side. Almost said the thing. That'd be interesting. Lego Karate Kid. That would be cool. And that's what Lego should have done for the Kenobi set. Instead of doing the Kenobi scene, have that one piece. You've got the mat, which is the ground, which Lego could do really nicely. And then you've got the two figures, maybe even whack a play feature in there. That would look cool. I did have a light grey one. Black's not the best colour, but it's a decent stand-in. Shadowed. That side's shadowed. We're adding a bit of detail in the shadows here. And I wanted to get a minifigure down in the middle. So what 1x3s do we have again? We'll run it back. 4 1x3s. Oh, that'll be enough. 2 up here, and then we've still got the chance for 2 of them below. We just need an extra. Oh, we don't even need 2 1x3s necessarily. And then the jumpers, yeah. Jumpers, could add a back to them. The back does have a building sticking out. And a deck that's a bit higher. So this being lower for the figure's cool. No railing in the middle though. Leave it a shelf that small. I want to use one of the hinge bricks on the front here. And put together a little goat head. Similar to the Minecraft figure at this scale. And in the back we can add probably a 1x2 in white. We've got 1x3s, we gotta have 1x2s. We gotta have 1x2s. Where'd the 1x2s go? Where is that it? Just got 2 dark stone grey. Maybe we got 1x1s with the hole in white. Not quite what I meant. It's got a handlebar. Okay, it works. We got the pin. But how cool this ship is, there's really not a lot of different elements at all. Like, there's a load of the same plates and a load of the same tiles, and then they give us 1 hinge. Only 1 hinge on the entire ship. If only some of the Star Wars sets were this way. That'd be beyond impressive. And then for the head, how low does it hang? It's actually quite out there. Not low at all. But this would form the base. Yeah, this gets up. This gets it above the railing. That's cool. Oh, I don't think it can stud straight down. So we need a 1x2 rounded plate on top, don't we? That's gonna take one of our greys. Oh, I don't want to use a grey here. Making it awkward, Lego. We could use 2 studs. If we've got them in white, just regular studs. We got 39 of them. Whew, didn't mean to smack the mic. My bad. We got 39 white studs. Let's go. We'll just put 2 underneath it. That stops them bumping heads. Literally the head of the ship. Stops it bumping into anything. And then we want to use, I don't know if I used it on the mech. It came in the V19. Oh, I did. I used it to kind of lock down the head. Did I drop something? This little piece here. It's a nice 2x2. It's come on a few of the newer ships. Sorry, Clone Trooper. I am stealing the top of your cockpit. Don't worry about it. You can have the cockpit back. And you won't notice anything's different. Won't notice it. This element. It's a 2x2. 2 plates thick. And it's got the rounded element that kind of slopes off. Almost like the mouth of a goat. Almost. It would drop down. The reason I like this is it drops down lower than the hinge. So it does look like it's got a little bit of a chin. Which most goats have. Not too much, but it's got a little bit of a chin there. Also rounds off the end. And then we can have just a round plate going out. The eyes coming out. I need to get an image of the Going Merry. Hopefully a live action one. No, they don't go out, they don't go in. Technic brick would be perfect here. But the mouth does stick down. So that's what we've got here. The mouth coming down. This is the bottom of the jaw. And then we need a nose. So is there 2 of these elements? Maybe one underneath, one on top. Oh, I think those ears might be a bit too big, but they would do good on the side here. They'd do good on the side if we moved these to the back and only had, I mean, you can't beat those elements, can you? We do have enough of the 1x3s, just about. We got 4 of them. And then we can put a plate down in the middle where there's basically no railings. We just have a tile, a plate, a 1x2. Yeah, 1x2, 1x3 could work with a jumper in there. Quite awkwardly. A few tiles needed for that. 1x3 white tile, maybe? 1x3 white tile. Oh! That would work with a jumper. That'd fit in between. But we already don't have enough jumpers as is. We could use one jumper for the front or get like a grey one. Only there was some more dark tan plates. Oh, we have other coloured jumpers. Oh, okay, we can use reddish brown jumpers on the side. Well, that will get rid of these 2. Let's get our jumpers then. And then the 2 jumpers, 2 reddish brown jumpers. That tub looks like it's got the most reddish brown jumpers in it. Either that one or the middle one. We can get you and you. And a white 1x3 to jump across it. Get it? Jumper. Jump across it. Maybe a plate up the back. I think the back is further than the front. The back is more filled than the front. Is it? I guess where we've got the mast going, that will be in the middle. Oh yeah, we could just leave the front bit separate then. And build something up towards the back. What about that woodeny, that like log, the log cabin brick? What about the log cabin brick? How many? We might need 2 of them. Oh no, that doesn't go up too far. We might need 1 of them. And then we'll slide that into the back. Brick is way at the top. Don't know what I'm looking for. We've got 2 of the logs. Let's see if we need both of them. Oh, that's a 1x4. Or if we can get away with 1 of them, and that will be the cabin at the back. Which I can't remember what cabins are which. The Going Merry I don't think they've been on it too much. If we were watching the animated show, we'd have probably been following along. They'd have been on and off the boat a bit more, and you get a bearing for it. But we only have select scenes on it, so I don't know my way around it. I'd definitely get lost. No doubt about that. Like I'm getting lost looking for this 1x2. Not the 1x4, but they don't help. I won't be breaking any of them down. Not today, at least. What are these for? So that's the base of the ship. I do think we'll get rid of this 2x8 because we wanted tiles. Although we wanted tiles, but it would work. We can get that slot in somewhere. Build up the middle, maybe. Any? Oh! Trying to run away from us. I saw that. You are wanted. Right there. We didn't have any of the... None of the bricks that we needed for the back. But we did have jumpers, so we could put a reddish brown or a white jumper. J for jumper. Oh, just up here. Yeah, reddish brown then. Reddish brown. I don't think we need to add any of these like clips. Clip wouldn't hurt. Maybe at the top for the little lookout, or if we need studs with the holes in. If these studs had a hole in it, we could whack them up there, but they don't. I also don't know what sort of bars we get, because I'd want a reddish brown bar going up, but that is all Technic. Maybe jumpers aren't going to work. I see a 1x4 down here. Lovely. I also see, I think they're 2x2s though, down there. So that's less lovely. A 1x4 is a little short, but we can then get Technic and probably get a plate going on the top of there. Because a 1x4 with one of these at the top, maybe. That would work nice. But only in white and grey. Oh yeah, I suppose these are different elements. We get a cone. Okay. Cone's got a stud on it as well. And we could flip a cone upside down for something like this. And then on the back of that cone, grey. Yeah, it's got a little black pole at the top. Maybe on the back of that cone, we get a grey pin. And then attach that to another bar with a flag. Those flag poles are quite nice. We could cover them. That's a lot of work to get them fully round off. Black candles as well. Reddish brown boom. Reddish brown broom. I don't think that looks like the flag at the top, but that would look like a closed sail. Only the broom was a little wider. Oh no. Hopefully not. I'm going to ignore that and forget I ever saw that. I think the cone at the top's a good shout. Wooden pole. So brown, maybe a little bit of grey. Look at that patchwork. They have needed to secure that in. The cannon at the front. Ooh. Remembered. We got to get the bushes in the back. That's something I cannot forget. What have we got for the bushes? I know we've got the oranges that can be put in the bushes. The rounded 1x1s. But what we must have had, do we not have green 1x2s at the, oh no, because they're 4x4s. So just orange and green 1x1s. Orange and the greenest green. Maybe one of each. One orange, one green. And then you'll know what's in there. Which means we will need a second one of those logs. Just so it outgrows the bushes at the back. Nice little detail we can capture. There we go. Yeah, second one of you. Second one of you just up there. It's not as thick as that. Because then we want the jumper on top. How many jumpers did we get? I think we got... Oh, we only got 2 jumpers. Ooh, ooh, ooh. White plate. Okay, we can get a clip on the underside of that. That's got a clip. If we can switch this around, that's got a clip. Oh, do we have any bar handles? Oh, 1 out of 2. Oh, no, I forgot that was a bar handle. Yeah, that's not quite what we're looking for. Unless we plate it up. Oh, I wouldn't even know where this element is, though. Probably with my other studs with the bars hanging out. All right, we got the 2 of these bricks. If we use that 1x2 element with a clip, the single clip coming out of the top, the 1 stud 1 clip plate, we could attach this and get a brown plate up the back, in which case the flag could be a tile. What color is it? Like a light tan. If we get a light tan tile, not a tail, a tile, vertical tile. I didn't know they were called that. If we get a big light tan tile, a big one, bigger than this 2x3 wanted poster, that would look cool though. 2x4, yeah, 2x4 would work. 2x4 in dark tan, definitely not the best, but it would work. And then if we connect, oh, they've connected a little post to that. So we want that to be rotating. Do we have any like turntable elements? No. 1 stud connection would be good. This reddish brown connector would be great for Technic. We could use a bar. We want to stay away from a bar though, because it will be harder to turn. Technic. We could have a Technic rod going up the back. We want a little triangle sow that is white and red stripy. Okay, that's nice to know. Oh, wait, that's what I was looking for. No, that's exactly what I was looking for. Let's get that. That's what I wanted for the sows, and we would be able to perhaps turn that. It would be a lot harder though than turning the other one. So this would hold a bar. This would hold a bar. This would hold the flagpole. I can see we've got 1 6-length bar plus a spare, but the back one's shorter, ever so slightly shorter. So we can get our little Jolly Rogers on the top there still. But the back is, come on then, the back's going to be the 4-length. Do I have one for the front in case I need it? Oh, 5. We got 5 and no spare. I'll try to stay away from spares. It's always handy getting a few spares, but not everyone gets them. We've got our bar holders. We've got a 1x4 reddish brown. That'll be the back. A 1x6, which will be the front. Although a plate would still work nice with the tiles. I do think getting a having to print a sow would be nice. Just detail wise. The sows are paper thin compared to anything else. So it's like with the Jurassic Park sets, Lego including material, paper, plastic pieces. I'd have to have a way though, if you were to make this, you can mimic it. I'll look into that. A white bar with a 1x1 round plate. And turning that would turn the bar because it would be connected into the top of it. But it's not too reliable piece either. Any sort of clip, any 1x1 with a clip. Oh yes, it was right there, staring us in the face. This could be what could be used to steer the ship. I'm going to keep the drawer out. This is a beautiful drawer right now. Do we have it in brown? About that. Doesn't seem likely. I've got a dark grey one. That'll work. And that'll go on the bottom of the sail. And then we didn't have any... Oh, look. Axle connector as well. So the axle would work. I think that's what they use in the ship. It's not as many of them as I thought. So the back of the ship is going to have this to steer it, which is a bit high up. This should be a little lower, but because of the clip mechanism, maybe we've got... Do we have anything that could connect to the bottom? Oh, the reddish brown beam as a barrel. That as a barrel at the front of the ship. That goes really well. I like that. The anchor's massive. We're not using that. Also, if we could like flip this upside down, that would look nice as one of the square crates, or get a stud flipped over. Any sort of 1x1 on its head, that works. And maybe a bucket, a bit too red though. Croissant. What sort of shape are we going for? So this is going to be up the front. Yep, that's decently well. Maybe up the bigger hole here. Get it out of there for good. We could have this resting as the back, so that this could go one further back and drop that down a little bit. That gives us a little deck, and maybe even a bracket to set up. Oh, I saw the bracket. This one 1x2 in white, and then we'll cover that with a tile with a... That will stop the sail falling forward. The minifigure will stop the sail falling back. We need a clip and a jumper at the bottom, but we've already used two of the... Wait, let's have a look for a slope. Not quite that one. I'm thinking that, but tan. A dark tan as well. Dark tan slope. What have we missed? Oh. Press something I shouldn't have. Right, not a snot brick. We need tiles. Plates would work. Plates would work. They'd also busy the deck a little bit, because those little studs that are popping up could be stools, could be crates, could be a whole range of things. We've got 4 tan jumpers. They're jumping at us as well. You know where we've got 4 tan jumpers? on this little Yavin build from the X-Wing. The jumpers don't do all too much here. And I can replace those with other ones. So let's rub them off here first. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 of these can go at the front, but what would the jumpers hold? Why are we using these up the front? One could be a barrel. There is a little chest there. A little chest with the swords. Those swords are not fitting in. So we could get a barrel up front. No dark tan tiles. It's handy even just highlighting them in yellow. Using Chrome's Control F feature, that is. The sail is as long, the back sail's as long as the front one is wide. So if we're going for maybe a 6 wide sail, it needs to be nearly 6 studs long. Going to 2 points, we can get away with like a 4 stud if we can't point them out. But we've got quite a few pieces. These slopes should help. Ooh. Those slopes would really help. They're not tan. Oh, we do have tan. We do have a light tan. Yeah, they're not white. They're not white sails. We have this for the end of one of them. And if we can flip it around. Noted. 2, yep. Jumpers, we've got barrels. We do have 1x2s in dark tan. 2x2s? 2x2s in dark tan. Okay, 2x2 on the front. And that will cover this. That will cover this. but that still sticks it up quite a bit. That floor's rising. It's a rising. We don't want it to rise. We want it to be lower. So maybe this just sticks below these. Oh, didn't think of that. We'd still need to tile it up. But that's not... Oh, okay. That is quite bad because the bracket doesn't fit. Do we have a bigger bracket? A 2x2 bracket? Or 2 1x1s? 2 1x1s will work. I'm going to nab a 2x2 though. Because we do have the 1x1s. But like I always say, if you can combine 2 parts, you might as well. And that will have the side coming up. So I'm going to drop that even lower. Maybe an extra piece lower. And get another... We need grey tiles, don't we, under here? So maybe it's best keeping that relatively clear. How many studs do we have? Is there an abundance we can use? Actual rounded studs. 4, 10, 13. 13 lime coloured. They'll be hidden by the bracket. You won't see a thing. Yeah, something like that. And that would also allow a little bit more space for our brown tiles. Which... Tiles, tile. Look at that. On the right, oh, you can't see the right bar. There's a lot of yellow lines down here. That's how I know where the tiles are. 1x3. Handy. Very handy. Front of the ship, it's got a little, is that grey in it? We need to bring up the instructions for that. So it's got a white stripe going up the middle, which is handy, and a bit more white the further it goes up. So we've got a white front. Can we get the bracket on the front? And then slope that off? Or a white slope? Could we get straight up white slope up the front? And maybe a bracket rounding off the sides. How many more of those 1x1s do we have? They're not called snot bricks, are they? They do have a stud sticking out the side. Here we are. 10 of them. 2 in black, 2 in light aqua. That is nice. But that can be our white at the front. We'd need a grey. We'd need somehow to get a bit of grey in there. But if we have a grey plate on top, maybe a grey plate is all we need. And then we can get 1x3s, 1x3 tiles. And the front of it will be white, save for that one little patch that I want to cover with a bracket. We're going to have to leave one little... Oh, I guess that could be the cannon. Yes, that can be where the cannon goes. And then the rest of it still works out. Would we even get a tile up the side there? We'd need to drop it down. Oh, we need to drop it down one anyway. 2x2 in white, please, come on. A 2 by 2. 66 2x2s. Here are the plates. 2x2 plate in white. We've also got a rounded off corner. This is coming together nicely. Although the front of the ship doesn't connect to anything at the minute, we have to be wary that we are going to need to connect this at some point. Also, the fact we're not going to get a regular plate here. We do need either a rounded off plate or some more studs. We know studs work. No, actually, studs only work on top. Oh yeah, this would be on top. So we know studs work. We could use a 2x2 brown plate. Didn't we want a bit of grey? We use a 2x2 grey plate. Let's get that in here. And then we can tile off the bottom. Finish it with a 2x8. Because we always seem to be coming back to that. That 2x8. And then slope out the front. No, that's too much. Yeah, we're doing this instead of the slope. So that would be how it goes. And then what if we have these on the back? What if we have these on the back? Because this is a more gradual slope. We just need one jumper. We could even build that up because we'll have a jumper in the middle there. So that's 1, 2. We need white studs. Get some white studs on top of these. That will make sure the tiles can still hang on. And these are all white. These not bricks. Meant to be white at least. And then, yeah, this would work. We could add a jumper on top there. Jumper on there. Just need that to be built up by about a brick. About a brick. Which leaves space for even more of these. We had 10 of them. We might as well use them. White on the back. Not sure about that. Don't dislike it. I'm just not sure about it yet. Where did the white studs go? And then, oh, something in the middle as well. Do we have a little reference we could hide? How many studs do we have, and do we have the right colors for little characters? Oh no, we can't do Luffy. We could do Nami. We could do Nami. Get some more of the orange stuff. Orange, white, orange for Nami. And then what other characters? We've got the green for Zoro. Black, tan, green. We don't have the tan. We have gold. Black, gold, green. Black, black. Like a yellow? No, definitely not. Monkey D. Luffy. Blue, red, and tan? No, not at all. Usopp, we don't have the pink. I think we do a little Zoro and Nami reference on the inside. So, Nami on one side, and Zoro was black, gold, which is close to tan, and a really nice green or a light green. Yeah, green, regular green. Green. With Lego descriptors, I wouldn't be surprised that that's probably what they call it. Now up the side, how are we working this bracket? So the bracket will have to be suspended one plate in. That top 2x2 needs to be grey. Do we need any of these? Not yet. We'll come back to those. The top 2x2 needs to be dark bluish grey. Well, it doesn't need to be, but we are making it dark bluish grey. And that's where the bracket connects. It doesn't matter, I don't think, for these other plates, but just in case we want a battle destroyed ship, we should probably go with a 1x2 in reddish brown, check, and we've already seen a 2x2 exists. So let's get a few more of these. We've got them. And they fill gaps. 2x2, same colour. And that fits right on the front. Lovely. Nice that we've got some different shapes up the side as well. Switch things up just a little bit. They need tiles on both sides, front and back. Oh, we've come too close on the front though. So we won't be able to work this into it. Well, we can. We just have to work it up one. And keep these down. Oh no, wait, we can't even work it up one, can we? Because that's where we want to sit the minifigure. Ooh. Ooh, yes. I didn't think about that. What if we clipped it? Somehow found a way to clip it on something like this. We have a clip. Oh, I didn't think about the minifigure. We can stand them up in the middle. Oh yeah, are we sitting them down? Because they don't have arm room to sit down. I think we have to stand them up. All right, let's double down. And we can come back and switch it back out if we need to. But I'm confident in this. Confident that we've got something going on well here. Yeah, this is... So we do need to raise up this jumper by one. And only one. Or get rid of that 2x8. But do we have... what could we lock it in there with? We could even add a clip onto the middle bit here. We need something to hold this. But there's no clips in the middle. What if there was just one element that would go over it? Yeah, we need that jumper in the middle. We need a clip on that jumper. So this bracket's making it quite hard. We had a smaller one. And we could raise the floor for the smaller one. We could hide the smaller one in the middle and put the clip on that. Raise that up. Would be fun. We had a jumper down here. Jumper and a mast. What if this was in the... What if this was in the front and this was back here? If that was there... No, that's at the right spot. Yeah. We don't have a clip to hang out. I don't think they've even made that as a plate. Like a 1x2 with a clip in the center. Doesn't exist. Ooh. That's a nice brick. Ooh. Hello. Let's work you into it then. How many 1x2s? How many 1x2 plates? One. Wait, brackets? Where'd the plates go? Are they plate 1x2? Remembered, plate 1x2s. We do have enough to stack those up and get one of those smart bricks in there. Smart bricks. Well, they are smart bricks. They're nice jumpers. But they're not the new smart brick that LEGO have come out with. It's a different kind of smart brick. Cool brick. That's what they are. Or another space for a reference. We really can't build the other characters, can we? Blue, red, and tan. Oh wait, we've got the other... Yeah. No chance. No chance of getting these in there. Black, and tan. Maybe we can squeeze in like a black, and gold. Black, and gold maybe. And suppose we could do Usopp without the hair? Like the bandana. The bandana's... There is a black bandana. We could replace that. That would be like brown, black, bright, light. How many blacks have we used? Just the one? So we got enough for Sanji. Didn't forget the name, just needed a friendly reminder. I remembered all their names. And we'll go with gold for the top. Pirates after all. Looks pretty golden. And then Usopp was no browns. We've got 1x1s. We've got 1x1s. Not golden, no, not quite. Yeah, we've got to. And then we'll use the final black plate as well. For the hair, we just need reddish brown 1x1 plates. Nice little mess going on here. Here we go. Usopp's legs, Usopp's torso, and Usopp's hair. There. Just like that. The only character we're missing is Monkey D. Luffy. But as captain, I think he's there within all of them. He's present. And then a clip on this. If we can make it brown, that'll add a little bit of white we've been wanting. Brown, brown, brown. Clip. 1 by 1, preferably. Or I didn't even see if we had a 1 by 2 version of this. But that's not what we want. That's not what we want, but also not quite what we want. We want the tile, which is down here. Dark stone grey. I will go with it. I surrender to the dark stone grey. 3 of them. Only need the 1 for this though. It's quite cool that we can almost control this with whoever's in it. Like they're going to be standing right up against it. One side you could say it's cool. One side you could say it's annoying that they're facing it. If we lock that in with a jumper. So we've got a jumper up there. I want 2 jumpers down here. And a 1 by 1 in brown. Do we have more of those? Plate 1 by 1. 11. Yeah, we've only used 2 of them so far. Don't mind if I do. And then that brings it to the same height. Also makes it stand out and look like stairs. It does. It makes it look like stairs. And we get a little bit of white around the back. Couldn't have worked out better, if I say so myself. And then that's going around the back. We need something to stick out to the sides, which is kind of asking for a 2 by 4. Oh, no, we don't need, but, that would look good. That would look good if we get 2 of these. But what would we put there? We'd have to have a slope. If we have a 2 by 2 slope, I will use that. I'll use the little snot plates. If we don't have 2 by, or anything that can be made into 2, I guess 1 by 2s would work. If only we could invert them. Wait. Do I remember right at the start us having some of those rounded, these? 2 in gold, 1 in white. It would work. What would that look like? Because that would also increase the size for the figure so they could get their arms down the side. Let's have a look. And then we'll see. What do we need for the side? Oh, like a clip instead of the jumper. I think that was it. Get those whilst I'm here as well. If it works, then we've got the nice rounded outsides as well. So give a little illusion of the pirate ship. We're not having the grey. It does get rid of the grey, which I would like to keep if I can. Oh, wait, no, this doesn't work. I remember the reason we didn't go with this in the end, because there's just not enough space on the side. There's no space for it. We really need that immediate out to a 2 by 4. Otherwise, we're trying to go for a 6 wide ship. That was the plan for a 6 wide ship. This is no longer a 6 wide ship. We've got the studs down there for a figure's legs. And then if we have that snot brick, can we get, no, we can't get a clip out of it with a plate in front. I mean, we could get rid of the plate in front, or we could increase the height of this a little bit, even include a little bracket action, and get one of the clips in between there. This bar doesn't lock perfectly, does it, in here? It locks in perfectly. But no, it doesn't lock perfectly in there because it can just be removed. Unless it had a jumper on it. Where did that little bracket go? That's better than nothing. It holds it up. If we have a bracket on the floor, and then any sort of bricks, does it fit? Place that down. Can we get that still in? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it works. Bracket's not as high as we'd like, but we can't have everything. And then, yeah, I like that little bit of white. That gives it a little something. 2 plates. I think we fill these. These feel like filler plates here just to fill that little gap that we've created and to hide the reference. Otherwise the reference isn't a little Easter egg. It looks super cute, doesn't it? Oh, grey. Yeah, so much for that grey. Oops. Oh, well, the gap's going to be grey. It's going to be dark on the inside. So we've still got a little bit of that grey. And I saw there were some open-sided 1x2s. These elements. I noticed these would work to spread it out. But we need to fill them. We need to fill them. Could we get... Is this going to rotate in there? Could we get a 1x1 clip and a 1x1 plate below it? I don't think we'd get a full 1x1 plate below it to rotate in there because it's only about 2 studs height. But if this works, both sides, that's going to fill up our side and that will get us a little bit of grey as well. Could even do a little white one to frame the outside. Where do I have these 1x2s? Haven't used them in ages. They've got to be in clips. Oh, and slopes. Took me too long to realise that I wasn't in clips. No, 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 no. Okay. Not in slopes, not in here, not in there. Although, you're not even where you're meant to be. Not in here. Definitely in one of these drawers, I can feel that. That's 2x3 Technic. Not in there. Not in there. Maybe not. Maybe in one of the... It's a clip with or a bar on a tile. It doesn't... Well, it belongs in so many of these drawers that it doesn't belong in one of these drawers specifically. I can see me just placing it at the back of one of the random drawers just to fill a gap. The problem being, I don't remember what random drawer I placed it in. And am I sure it's not in here? Oh, that was a Lego brick. Come back. Definitely big enough to have its own drawer. No, not in there. I know I can nab some off the Yavin Speeder. I think uses the exact same element in yellow. That's no good if I can't find where the other pieces are. Right, let me check through these one last time, and I'll steal the Yavin one if I still can't find. It's not on the desk, is it? It's not on the desk already. No, not in this one. No, definitely not in the wedges. And we haven't had it out yet. Let's see, tiles, no. Tiles, it makes sense to be in almost, because it is half a tile. And what's back here? No, not in a bag. Got too many of them for them to be still in a bag after all this time. Alright, I'll keep my eye out for that. I'll find it putting things away after the stream, because that's what happened with the inverted 2x2s. No. Could be. No. And it's not over here. Nope, I think I checked most of these. Didn't check all of the drawers on this side, though. That one I did. Lopes, brackets, round bricks, not bricks. I don't know what that is. Let's try on the Yavin, because for all we know right now, this could not work. So, a Smart Play ad. Shame it wasn't an ad for another one of my videos. What set? What Smart Play set was it? It doesn't work. It doesn't fit in there. You can fit the one tile, but you can't fit the full thing. So there's no point looking at from today. Or was it all of the Smart Play sets? I realise I usually get an X-Wing TIE Fighter combo because they've been paired up so that you try and get the 2 smart bricks with them. But not that piece. We could do more plates. I feel like I'm using a lot of the plates. How many 1x2? 22. Oh, we can use them all. Not sure I wasn't paying full attention. That's fair enough. You're just waiting for the stream to come back on. Of course. Maybe 2 of these. What would have been nice is an inverted slope, which we do get in grey. I don't think slopes are up here. Whoa, these slopes, these arches. Where's the slope? Oh, here we go. Oh, we get it in tan and white. That'd be nice in brown. What we need here. But 2 plates and then the top one in light bluish grey gives the illusion of it continuing the whole way around. Oh, it doesn't actually. I needed 1 plate, then 1 in grey, then 1 in brown. Do we have a 1x2 in brown? Surely, right? 1x23. We've got 5 of them. Don't think, no, we haven't used any of them yet. So I'll grab 2 of those. First draw in. And squeeze them between. Little out of date sandwich with the brown, grey, brown. You wouldn't want to eat that unless it's made of sweets. Then it's chocolate, grey chocolate, which doesn't sound that much appetizing either. Maybe to someone. Or if we had rounded off brown plates, we could have used those so that the 1x3s aren't going to stretch that far because they're on a swivel. I think it's time. I think it's not time to finish it. Whoa, we're not there yet. We've got sails to work on. But I think it's time to get the tiles on the underside of the ship. Under the ship. How many reddish brown 1x3 tiles do I have? Please be enough. We need 4. A 1x3. Ooh, 1x3 tile. We only have 2. Huh. But we have more plates. Which, honestly, plates ain't a bad call. I'm going to put these tiles straight away. We don't need any of them. Because 1x3 plates gives a bit of dimension to a ship that's meant to be rounding. That flat look wouldn't be as cool, which is why Lego got away for so long with trying to make rounded vehicles, even though they didn't have rounded parts, because they were using studs that cover up most of the ship, so you're not noticing, hold on, that's not as round as it looks, because they had studs out, so you couldn't see how round it was. And then another 2 for the other side. Get these out. Get to the good parts. There's 1 and there's the other. We have 4. We were going to use them at the start. Here we go. Here's some of the first pieces that we picked out. But because we didn't use them, we've got them for the side. We didn't use them. We didn't lose them. We can add them to the side and round off the whole of the boat. That grey line though, that grey line needs to continue around. Finish the shell walker. Awesome. If you wouldn't mind sharing images in the community, I'm sure we'd love to see it once you've finished the set. Doesn't have to be today, don't rush it. But there's still plenty of time to build the shell walker. What was the wolf called? The claw. The claw. I don't have the tab open. Closed it down already. The white claw, something like that. The something claw. The claw. I can't get Toy Story out of my head now. That's all I'm thinking of. Oh, on the top here, we have a chance. Instead of playing it out, I said about tiling it out and having tiling it off and having something there. Also, this back is going to be massive, so I might shorten down this top bit. Get one of those white clipped pieces from the back left. Remember where those are every time. It's a rounded one. So it's not that one. One of the smaller ones, one of the older clips. Doesn't have the massive clips, it's got the little ones on it. Where are they? Nope, massive. Could be this one. Dream luck. Hey, it is. Perfect every time. The Streamluck gods have answered. And then I might swap out the 4-length bar for a 2-length bar. And get that even smaller. Should it be above the bushes at the back or should it be lower? About the same height. Because the bushes are coming out the end of the ship. 1, 2. No, I like the stairs. I like the stairs going up the side. Yeah, that's all right with me. And then a little white detailing on the side. We don't have... Oh no, we've got one more tan jumper, but we have our reddish brown. So what white elements, like the white plate? Well, the white plate might work if the door rail, if we could cover up almost the rest of it, or we could get something like this out to the side, have these angled a bit further out so the railings do come out, and we've got 4 of them. Oh, we can't stretch 4 of them all the way out though, can we? Unless we have the front of the ship angled. That's not how it is. It's flat. So we've got 1 door rail about level with the ship, and then we can have reddish brown plates on top, reddish brown jumper or a tile. Maybe a jumper so that we can get a barrel. Although we don't have anything on the front. Instead of that 2x2, we have 1 more tan bracket, which could be a barrel, and then maybe a chest. Medium dark flesh. Do we have a medium dark flesh tile? T is down here in the alphabet somewhere. No, okay. We have dark orange. That's a bit too big. We have nothing that screams chest. Few things that scream like barrels and bits. We haven't used our stud reversal yet, so we could hide that somewhere. We've got the white at the front, the white at the back. Could have some white up the side. I like the idea of having the white bars up the side. So I'm going to add those on top. Add those on top of the reddish brown. And then maybe top those off with a jumper. Just to finish the look. Look a bit fancy. And hopefully not get it too far up. That also builds the walls higher than the floors. And we've got some fences around the middle. How tall is a minifigure stand-in? And oh, I've got anti-venom. Anti-venom will do. Yeah, we can't have anything on the sides here because it's such an awkward microfighter because the minifigure's head's right behind the sail. But also, if you were to flip, the head on the side and not break it, it's such a cool one. I'm thinking of moving this post forward, and instead of having this one, replacing it with a 1x4, maybe on a jumper with a cone over the top of it to secure it down, and the 1x6 can go across that. That will work. And then we'll have the little bit up the top. So I can remove that white bracket. We've got to break it down just a tad. Go on. Just this one. Maybe get another brick in there. What can we slide? Oh, it's falling apart. That's all right. What other bricks do we have? Bricks are going to be at the top. We've got any 1x2s. The barrel. Barrel could be hidden underground. Snot bricks. Ooh, what if we had a snot brick and a slope? We've got a few inverted in white. I might use the white ones. White would look better than grey. And then maybe a 1x1 cheese slope. Because we have some of them in tan, I remember. 2. Literally all we've got. Oh, no. Darkstone grey. Perfect. Darkstone grey is perfect for this. Grab 2 of those inverted snot bricks. Not inverted. Recessed. 2 of those recessed. Oh, no worries. No worries, Mark. Don't know how to do that anyway. Yeah, me neither, honestly. I've not seen many. There's so many features that YouTube are trying to promote to be like other apps. And I don't know how many people are actually using them. They're rolling them out like there's no tomorrow. It's so hard to keep up. And that's the problem. YouTube don't tell us how to use them. I haven't been told how to use them. I don't have a cheat sheet. So we know just as much as anyone else trying to use them. Which is to say not a lot. But don't worry about it. Snot brick. And we could get a round tile in there. Ooh. Yeah, look, Darkstone plate. I'm now wondering if this slope should be used on the outer bracket. No, because the outer bracket would need a flat surface. So I'll get 2 of these 1x1s for the other side where we've got that brown brick. Breaking this apart again. Where we've got this brown brick, I'll have to swap. Well, I don't have to, but I will swap that out for a... Oh, no. You got to go underneath. For 2 snot bricks with a 1x1 tile, just so when you're picking it up, you're not crushing it inwards on itself. It's the modified brick. Or brick modified. So it's right at the top. What colours we got? Reddish brown. Awesome. I think I'll take reddish brown. Part of that mix. It's one of the nicer colours. And then the 1x1. We haven't used any of these since it's been out. Since it's been left out. So we'll scoot that to the side and more space to make a mess. And this will be our replacement brick. Now that we've got the exterior of the ship built, it's handy to go back, have a little look and fix up a few things, because this is adding more grey into our build. We're getting that little bit of grey at the top that we wanted, and I was worried we couldn't get before. And that also distracts from some of the other colours that are present. So that's really nice. We can now scoot that in. These will be pressed up against or near the tops. That wouldn't hurt to have something underneath it. And now, can't forget about our stairs. We can get a minifigure sat down. Can we? No, 1 plate away. So we can tile off 1/2. If we have a 2x2 plate modified with only 2 studs, or a tile. Do you have another tan 2x2 tile? We can just cap it all off. That's a vertical tile. Oh yeah, and then one of them. Oh wait, dark tan. This is what we need. Dark tan with 2 studs. We've got white. We've got light tan. Dark tan seems the best. But do we have a dark tan? Yes, we do. Blue one jumping out and about. Get in there. And that keeps the colour at the top of the ship consistent. and also stops our character being stuck down. The other monster in the set you're going to build tomorrow. Enjoy. I won't be streaming tomorrow because it's Mother's Day. So I'll be celebrating, not as a mum. That's not the channel announcement. But we will be back because tomorrow is Batman night. And I won't be streaming tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday to have a little bit of fun with Batman. And hope to see you there. Let us know how the build goes. Half time 1-1. Not bad. Not bad. Not great. Not bad. It's a respectable score. We got a 1x2, do we? 1x2 plate in dark tan. Yeah, 1x2 plate. I'm going to add the barrel to that. And maybe leave the other stud clear. Maybe the barrel can be the chest. Maybe the barrel is the chest. You ever thought about that? Dark tan and barrel. Reddish brown. The barrel isn't an actual barrel. It's a Technic cover. Technic spacer. A Technic, like a Technic connector without the connecting part. Because it's not connecting anything. And then a cone to secure, oh, not the long bar, the shorter bar down, and we'll get the sails running off that, and then on the top a tiny little flag. We'll probably get it with a 1x1 tile in black. Why do I have a feeling that those don't exist in this set? Dark stone grey we've already used. Dark tan, it's black. It's a Jolly Roger. It's black. There's no other way about it. It's black through and through. We could get this in the top. It wouldn't not look like it. But if there is other black elements, what happened to being sorted by colour? I think we changed that for the minifigures. What have we... Pneumatic tea, not really feeling it. Thank you, Mark. Maybe this piece. Not a lot. Not a lot. For a flag on top, the hammer would work, but we've only got one. Oh. Oh, what do we use? We could use a 1x1 round. I don't want to use rounded off pieces because Jolly Roger's square. It's very squared off. That's why I don't want to use this. Maybe we can invent a piece for that. Have a little bar sticking out. There are some 2-length bars, but they're not called that. They're called bar 2. So we could get a little Jolly Roger on top of that. And then... Yeah, that would work on the top. That's what I want to use on the other side, though, to keep that shorter. So if we've got the bar on the top, do we have any triangular pieces? I'm going to comb through them for a wedge. Needs to be tan, maybe have a bit of red in it. Dark tan. Any red? First off, any red. Not a lot of blue. I'm not holding out a lot of hope for red. I'm hoping to be surprised. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we got some plates. We got some plates. We got a red sausage. Apple. A 2x2 corner plates, decently triangular. We do have a few wedges in brown. Any other colours they can be? Maybe a dark red. Any dark reds after brown? I think I saw 1 or 2 dark red elements, or was I just hoping for dark red and they were actually brown? Probably. Oh, dark orange is what I saw. That's what I saw. croissant doesn't really look like a flag. I think the best thing for the flags is going to be like paper elements, something like that. Let's see if we've got that Technic connector in reddish brown with the axle hole. Not that one, the smaller one. The smaller one with the 2-bar holes out the side. That will connect the bottom and the top, and then the cross will let us run the 6-length bar between it. Come in a few sets. Quite a few. Oh, a load of the newer sets. Wow. It's coming a ton of new sets. Oh, I didn't have that one. I had the Ravenclaw house. The Fox. Oh, okay. I might not have it in reddish brown. Probably got it a ton in grey. So now we know we can't use that. What other clips have we got? Black handlebars. Not a terrible idea. Same with the katana, trying to run something like that up the side. I think using this clip and trying to get some slopes running off it. But we don't have a ton of red. Trying to use it with just the pieces in this set was a great idea, and still I started doing it and realizing that there's not a ton of parts in here. So we got some 1x2s. We could pair those with some of the white clips to get the sail on the back. We don't want white, we want tan. Tan slope on the front. Yeah, what have we got in tan? Maybe there's a tan wedge. A light tan wedge. All the way at the end. Nope, not all the way at the end, just before the end. So tan slope there. If we were to have it on the side, no, we'd need like tan slope. Yeah, on the side doesn't work as well. If we were to tan red, we need a slope. If we could flip it around, they've not given us a lot of tan and red. I think we go with custom sails. Seems to be the way to go. Let me hold it up, see how it looks. Yeah, that's looking good. We've got the head that's the same height as the back. Hello there, DJ, welcome. And then I don't think we detail the eyes. We could go with studs. Studs, oh, hold on, studs would work for eyes. Where else is this slope coming? Can I nick it off another build? Eeny, meeny, miny, where is it? Was it right? Oh, brackets. No, it's the double tool one. Ooh. We wanted the other way around. We wanted the single bracket. We got a snot brick, which would work for the ears. And then, no, I don't think that would work as well. So we got these snot bricks. We didn't use the, oh, we did use the white snot bricks. I'm going to need to switch that for probably light bluish grey so that we can get those white snot bricks for the ears. I am doing well, thanks. How are you? Oh, I think we could have built the set in one stream, given how many times we've put on and taken off similar pieces. But it's all in the name of improvements. We are going to get this microfighter going merry, looking as good as we can. And if that means pulling it apart and putting it back together a million times, then that is what must be done. Oh, wouldn't hurt to have something to hold these out. There was no 1x1s with a hole. There are a lot of these bricks. I don't think they'll help too much. Maybe a 1x1. What they use for the eyes, we could use for the ears and just use studs for the eyes. If we've got any studs left, we've used quite a few 1x1s in white. So let's have a look. We've got, oh, 39. We've got plenty of them left. We've probably only used, we've used sub 10. So we've got at least 30 of them left. These will be the ears. Oh no, these will be the eyes. We wanted tiles for the ears. 1x1s though, they don't have. So what do they use for the eyes? Because they look like 1x1s. Oh, wrong tab. Oh, they're in colour, not name. 3x3s, 1x1s. That's the ones. That's the 1x1s. Make sure none of these are glow in the dark, because I can rarely ever tell the difference. They look so, especially the white glow in the dark. It isn't off-white, but Lego's white is an off-white. None of these glowing in the dark. Not yet. Watch, they'll be sat out for a while and then they'll start glowing, radiating. And what else is on top of the goat? Just that. So if we can get another one of these slopes, something to replace it on top, that would be perfect. Would be perfect. Or a bracket and some slopes. Bracket, I don't think we had a downwards bracket. I think it was upwards in white. Any brackets? Here we go. Oh, it's only in one. No. No. And then rounded. What? Oh, I didn't mean to close that down. I meant to back out of that. We do have this, which would fit flush on top. Or no, that wouldn't look as good. But then you could have the head splitting at the back, like it does. Maybe that would look as good. Ooh. 2x3. Yeah. 2x3 would work. You could angle the horns a little bit. It'd have a little hole in the middle. I don't think anyone's getting that close to its mouth. Do I have one in white? I do. Yes. Then we'll swap these out for some of these instead. They are. Got the two eyes of the goat. Got the two, oh, that one's in tan. Got the two ears of the goat. Maybe the ears go flat, but then you've got like the split at the back of the head where the horns go outwards. And then that goes on. The grey looks a bit funny. We'll fix that up. And then all that's left to do is fix this side of the ship and get the sails on, I think. So we can start to clean this up, is what I'm trying to say. Get rid of the distractions on the desk and make sure we're not using too many of any of the parts. And the plates, 2x3s, 2x2 studs are still out. Clips, we can deal with those later. They're in bags for the most part, so they're a bit awkward to keep placing away and getting those back out in case we change our minds and need those again. We might as well leave them on the desk so that they're easier to access should we need them. Should we call on them? Oh, and didn't end up using this either. That was a good part though. The 1x2 Technic brick almost with the single snot coming out of the middle. There we go. You back in there. What tiles do we still have out? Is it dark? Yeah, dark bluish grey. So 1x2 for the back sail. And the easiest thing to do would be to add... we might have a... Oh, left the tub back here. We might have a 1x2 in brown and then a cone inverted on top. Do we have a 1x2 in brown? How many do we have? We have a few of them. We only need one today. That will fit a sail just underneath and just on top. Underneath this cone. That looks too tall though. It's like the whole size of the ship. It looks too tall until you pair it up against the rest of the ship. Maybe the sail should go down a bit lower. Maybe it should start... If only there was a 1x2 rounded off tile in white. Only there is... Ooh. There's this that could be used with the candle. And there's like a clip, this brick. There's also the one with the bar. None of these fit at the back. This one would work. This one would work with like a 4-length bar. You just need to tile off one of the sides. Do we have 1x1 tiles? Or anything that is flat on on half of a 1x2? Keep going. Grey, dark tan. Oh, we have it in dark tan. Do we have a 1x1 in dark tan? We might have to get rid of all the bricks here and swap this out for this contraption that we're building. Swap it out for a 1x2. So the brick was a good placeholder, but we wanted a bit more detail here. We'll get rid of it. And then swap all of this out as well. We want another 4-length bar. Maybe we should go with the 6 up the top. Go with that and get some clips holding on the Roger, especially in black. Especially in black with some clips on it. Ooh, that's a good idea. What are we looking for? So maybe a 6 tall one of those, and we'll use the cone to keep that steady. I don't think the cone will go over the bottom. So we need to push it further through, right? Okay, that's going to be too stiff. We'll just put that straight down. There we go. And that's got that solid. And then for the clip, we need 1x1 plate, if we've got one. In tan. Dark tan. A dark tan 1x1 plate. We got 9 of them. We haven't even used one so far. So... Oh, wait. I remember why we haven't used them. Because the plates, the tiles, I think we've used up most of them up here on Yavin. So, I'm going to do a little switcheroony here. Get some 1x1s in grey. And pop off some of these top parts. Where the... Oh, yeah, I can pull this off, can't I? Right? This isn't going to just completely come apart now, is it? Ooh. All right. Make sure we don't knock out the mini kit on the inside. Pop off this plate. Replace it in grey. And just behind here, we've got... Oh, that's a plate. I thought that was a tile. Just down here. I'll take this tile. Add a little bit of grey. Keep everything else on the inside. And you wouldn't have noticed that I changed anything unless you watched. But now we can get not only the tan on here, we can get a better white clip that will keep everything in place. By everything, I mainly mean the bar. It will hold the bar in place a bit better. It can steer. So So it'd be worth adding something to notify that, to let that be known. Like one of those clips in We Don't Have Reddish Brown. So you can steer the boat with it by holding that and the clip below it, which is a little bit of fun. Nice detail. And then that will get another sail on top. We don't have... Do we have just a 1x1 in black? We could use a 1x2. I think we get away with a 1x2. How many other clips do we have? Not these ones. We need... Because we can put these on top to hold the Jolly Rogers. We just need something to hold them. Could use more of the white and black, classic Jolly Roger. Or, and no black jumpers, was there? Oh, the big one. Don't know if we can get the big one on there. We can try that, but I think the 1x2 with any more of these 1x1 clips that we've got, that's our best option. Only 2 of them though. We're gonna have to grey them unless we've got any other clips. Not really. Ooh. Nothing we can use with those. The 1x2's our best bet at Jolly Roger. Or the brick. We could use the brick. It looks like a flag the way it's waving. We do have the grey 1x2 still. Still none of the 1x1s with a hole. Except for this guy. I don't think this one's going all the way through though. We've still got our rounded 1x2s that we can set up. Or these pins. There's no greys. Or the cones. Oh yeah, we've still got cones we can put on top. Or make the bricks on top of those. I like the way the flags are pointing forward. But if this sow is blowing forward, it shouldn't... Oh no! Oh no, it should, because the wind is going... You're following the wind. Take that back. Yeah, that does work. So we could get the cones on top. How many cones do we have? Now's the question. 3? 15. Easy peasy. Get another 2 of those. And see if these Jolly Rogers... Look at... That's a brick. That's not a cone. In the wrong drawer. See if these Jolly Rogers look as good as they sound. Don't need you. Definitely don't need you. That's so confident, you're going in the drawer. How many Jolly Rogers do we have? A whole stack of them. So off with use and Jolly Roger. Jolly Roger. But they're pointing forward because that's the way the wind's blowing. And can we still get our minifigure on the inside? Probably get Luffy's hat on the inside. Yeah, we can still get our minifigure on the inside. Oh, that's awesome. Anti-Venom shouldn't be piloting this though. Well, I have to make a custom VV to go in the middle. Right. That's the nicer side, so we'll take a look at that. And then all that's left to do is to work something for the main sow. We've got a few more of those clips, which they would work. Where did they go? These clips here. These would work to branch it out. We want them to be the same level. And because we want them to be the same level, we could use something like this. Or, what if we use like a clip and got a... do we have any 1x5s? Yeah, we could use a 1x5 behind it. Maybe even a 1x4. Get some ball joints inside. Or a snot brick. Snot brick up underneath the cone. That'd give us points on either side. I don't think we've got a snot brick though that stretches out that far. I think our snot bricks are all one-angled, Some of them with a hollow gap behind them. We've used all the 1x3. Did we use all the 1x3s? Or did we only use the white ones? All the way back up. Oh yeah, we've got grey ones. Dark stone grey. So one of these, and we want it to stretch out a bit more. Could use two of them. Could use two of them just underneath to secure in the sides. Be cool if we got something that could fold up, wouldn't it? Even with the paper on it, we could push them together. Or yeah, reddish brown plates. There's a lot of those pieces we could add. But I do want something level. Even a sword would be spectacular if we could get it to balance here. That's the perfect piece with the 1x2s. I suppose that would also solve our problem of mashing them together to close the sails. So we got one sail on the back, quite triangular. And then one on the front. Maybe we don't need edges. Maybe we don't need edges and can just put a hole in the middle of this Jolly Roger. That's what I'm thinking. Is there anything I've got to hand that I could model it with? Oh, let's put these away. I'll keep those out because I need to grab the drawer for that. Need to grab the drawer. We'll put this one away. If I modelled it with paper and just had it going up the middle, I think it makes it the least complicated. And doesn't we could add a load of bricks to get it to work, but the more bricks we add, the bulkier the ship's getting. And already they're meant to be paper thin sails. We could add the tiles. We had two 2x4s in dark tan down here in dark tan. No problem, Snow Blizzard. Thanks for hanging. We do have two 2x4s. How would we clip those on though? I think I'm probably going to stick with the paper. So I think that's us done. I think we've done it. I'm never confident now. Am I going to regret saying that? Perfect time. Everyone getting ready for a big day tomorrow. I think we round it up there. I'll do these in a second. But before we go, we do have to take a look at what we have built. And we've built a mini Going Merry. You can instantly see and recognize some of the scenes that we've captured here. You've got the goat's head at the front. You've got the sides of it as well. The 1x3s for the railing and this little lower bit at the front. Which, that lower bit at the front can hold the ramp that then like chucks itself down. Don't think we got many parts that can be used for. We'd need like 1x1 bricks in brown, and I don't recall seeing any in this set. And then under each of these sections of the ship, we've got a scene playing out. There's the navigator, Numi, with the orange skirt, the white t-shirt, and the orange hair. And the other three characters are hidden in their other little locations. The orange bushes on the back as well. And the barrel at the front. Can't forget about the barrel at the front. So I'm going to touch this up in terms of painting and finishing the other little bits before the video. But for today, that is all. And I'm very happy with this. I think this has fed my hunger for the bigger ship. Especially with the little Jolly Rogers on the top. Maybe don't press down too hard. Oh no, it wasn't clipped in properly. There we go. Can you press? Yeah, you can press down on it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Lego One Piece Advent When. Now we've done the microfighter, we'll have to come back and do an advent calendar. There's so much they could throw in. I'd love to get a chopper. I guess they could throw them in a set and they could charge more. It's the only thing with One Piece. Whereas Star Wars, they can do a bit extra. Can't wait to see what other advent calendars we got this year. because we haven't seen any images yet, and I'm expecting to see those very soon. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Till next time, and that is Monday for LEGO Batman 3. May the bricks be with you always.